Archer. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your May 2019 reading. Back with me again, Anisa from The Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So as usual, guys, this is going to be a relationship spread, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiance, family members, anyone. I'm basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because for me personally, I realized that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, but probably because my Venus is 7th house. I don't really know, but you know, you might want to check that one out too, all right? But if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate. There's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. Lima kartu masa sekarang. Let me pull 5 more cards for you before I speak, alright? By the way, if you hear me muttering in like other language, non-English language, don't freak out. It's just because I speak in my own native tongue, Indonesia, alright? Lima kartu masa depan. And she got me let go. Nine of Chalices, interesting. So, okay, wait. Let me tidy this up first, because I was just like, okay. Why is it that they're not happy? Okay, all right, okay, so you know what? Let's just talk now. You have the Hangman in reverse, Knight of Wands, and you also have the Queen of Wands, so that's your overall energy. The Hangman in reverse kind of like talks about, I feel like before this month, you guys were kind of like hanging suspense just a little bit, waiting around for your perfect time, trying to study like something that is very new. You're trying to understand another person's type of perspective. You were being hanging suspense, and you're tired and sick and tired of it because you're a fire sign, right? You're Sagittarius, you like movement, you like progress. You like forward movement, and therefore you are now the Knight of Wands and you also the Queen of Wands, meaning that especially in this month of May, I feel like your energy level is going to be off the roof. You're going to be much more of a problem solver. I understand this is getting too general, but you know, you're getting much more of a problem solver. Knight of Wands also is a great fixer. Like you want to do things, like you want to get your hands busy, you want to participate in things, and also participate in a relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship where it's just like kind of like texting is boring. You don't want to wonder about a person type of stuff. Like you want to go out there, you just want to experience things. Queen of Wands also talks about that confidence level that is, you know, going up the roof again. So what is challenging you? You have the Six of Swords, and you also have the Princess of Swords in reverse. You do have a certain somebody who is stalking you heavily. This really makes much more sense if you're dealing with 2 people, though, but we're going to get to that in the you know, other portions of the reading. But what happened in the past was I see a lot of different expectations, different love languages happening in your relationship sector, Sagittarius. It feels like you are doing something, but this person is not appreciating what is it that you do for them, and vice versa. So you might want to, you know, do like a little bit of a love language test so that you know exactly what is it to make them happy, and they know exactly what is it to make you feel happy. I feel like in the past, life got in the way, and you were so busy chasing either your study or your money or your career or your business. Like you were really busy. You were the magician, so you were planning your life ahead. You became very fired up about it. Like you still want to work with the relationship, but it's like you're not really there 100%, and you do certain things that you think, you know, for the relationship to prosper, but it was not being appreciated with this person, and you're like, fuck it. Yeah. I don't want to be dealing with this anymore. I'm just going to be focusing on my money. I'm just going to be focusing on my future rather than focusing on this. At least I tried. I mean, that's like a Sagittarius motto, right? At least I tried. I don't want to regret, like when I was old, when I got old, that I didn't do it. So you said, yeah, I did it, but that person is not open to me. That person is holding like a lot of grudges for me. So I'm just going to be focusing on my money. I'm just going to be focusing on my career. Like you said, sorry, you've done all your best, but you're like, no. Okay. And then you kind of like move forward. This person deep down inside is still very much of a princess of chalices for you. You still hold a very, very special place in their heart. And that's true. So what happened in the past was due to the different type of love languages, and I feel like they feel you've hurt them in some ways. So not a type of person who is very, very communicative when they got hurt. It's like everything is all right, everything is fine. Like if you are, if you have like a really fired type of placement or whatever, like you would be expressive, like, I am angry because of this, you know what I mean? Like you would explain it in a lengthy type of explanations about what makes you feel so upset. Yeah. This person isn't really like that. This person is the type of person who broods over it, who Sagittarius are mutable. Therefore, you're the type of person who, when you get hurt, it's easy for you to brush it off. I mean, I'm a Sagittarius myself. Like I could get angry for 15 minutes and then the next hour I forget what I was angry about. So that type of brooding quality, that type of unexpressed type of emotions, therefore they have the King of Swords in reverse. Sorry, upright position. Yeah, look at this. These are the book of sins that you've done for them, according to them, not according to me. This is how they feel. So they write down your list of mistakes, and instead of communicating about it, they choose to be passive aggressive. They choose to give you a little bit of a silent treatment. They choose to test you whether you're going to chase after them or not. They choose to be silent. Yeah. And while at the same time they have the Three of Wands in reverse, so they're being less optimistic about whether this relationship is going to prosper or not, whether this relationship, like they were very, very optimistic in the past. They were Three of Wands, like they were wishing upon the stars about how to make this relationship work with you. They were very, very hopeful. They wanted to grow, but I feel like this person is also the type of person who lack actions. You know what I mean? Like, especially since you're a Sagittarius, you have the tendencies to jump into things, to be doing stuff for the other person. Yeah. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move there. Yes, I'm going to do this, do that. This person lacks that type of quality. Which makes matter worse, this person has the inability to express their negative emotions, like what makes them upset. So it confuses you, and you guys are like, you know what, whatever. I just want to be dealing with my money. I have no time for this anymore. I've been hanging in suspense for quite a long time now, so it's time for me to be focusing on my future. There's no sense here. You're going to have to forever face the fact that this person is passive. But even in the future, okay, so where do I start? So now they're kind of like in their healing mode, yeah? They lost patience because they feel like being a King of Swords, playing those type of, mind games, passive aggressive, silent treatment didn't really do anything about it. So what they did was that they try to heal themselves. They kind of like change and they do just a tiny bit of effort, but it's enough to make you feel the Princess of Chalices again. It's enough to make you be hopeful towards this relationship again. And by doing so, they heal themselves. So they're starting to understand that being the King of Swords, being somebody who cannot get over things really quickly, who brood over things, who trying to convey a message to you implicitly that you have to think. I mean, Sagittarius are really bad at that. So yeah, they know that it's not working for their own benefit, and they're starting to do something for you. It's like the Seven of Pentacles. So they do something and then they wait and see. They do something and they move back and wait and see. They do something. It's like that, back and forth, because they're kind of like trying to read you. I'm not gonna say trying to get a reaction, but they're trying to read you. How much are you interested in them? How much are you willing to sacrifice for them? And so. And I feel like whatever haziness it is that you felt in the past is now starting to clear up. Whatever, you've been wondering, where do you stand in this person's life, where there is a lie, what is up with this person, and you're going to reach full clarity in the present moment. So if it's not happening now, it's going to happen like really, really soon. I see you guys being the Princess of Chalices, meaning that you guys are so much Neptunian quality, like you admire this person and stuff like that. I see them opening up to you again. So in the past, you were dealing with the fake version of them, the puppet, because they're protecting their feelings by becoming the King of Swords. They're starting to open up, but you're starting to want to open up, but this person is like very, very slow to warm up. You know what I mean? Kenapa dia tiba-tiba Ten of Pentacles in reverse? If you're only dealing with one person, be careful, because King of Swords, remember, holding grudges, that book of sins that I was talking about, a little bit of a spiteful type of behavior, is also the type of person who would want to seek revenge. So you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. You really are going to be tested. They want to see how much you want them. They want to see how much of a Mars energy, because it's Emperor, it's a fire energy, you know what I mean? How much you would look for them. They're going to test you. Even though they open up, they're still going to test you for it. Whether you would move mountains for them, might be testing you through a little bit of a triangulations for a few Sagittarius out there. But they're going to test you. So if you're only dealing with one person, be careful to not get your hopes up really, really high, because there's still going to be tests ahead. And it's much more advisable, because it was in the bottom of the card. You have the Nine of Chalices or the Nine of Cups. It's much more advisable for you to compartmentalize your feelings and focus on what really makes you happy, and do not depend your happiness upon this person only. So, get a new hobby, or get to do your hobbies, focus on your job, and only give like just a little bit of portions of power they have in your life, at least until mid-May. We'll see your bi-weekly reading. But if you're only dealing with one person, yeah, there's going to be a test ahead. When you are already in the mood to, the Knight of Wands, want to fix things, want to do certain stuff for them, wanting to build together, share sometimes with them, hand in hand together, there's going to be tests. So be careful with that, all right? Okay. So, if you're only dealing with one person, your reading ends a few minutes ago. If you're dealing with two people, here's your scenario. Person A is somebody who had let go of the hope that you two would work out, has let go of that type of optimism. And I feel like you don't really mind it a bit at all again in the past, because you were so focused on your money. You were so focused on your career or your study or whatever, but you're just so focused on that. Yep. And then came person B, who was kind of like quite cold. And when with this person, you're like, okay, you know what? I think it could be done something about it. Like you see like a little bit of a future together with this person. In the now, this person's starting to, in the now, you start to feel something for this person. You're starting to feel something for this person with the star card, with the moon card in reverse. You no longer have questions, you no longer have doubts and stuff like that. And this person is starting to feel that energy, that magnetic pull with you, the both of you. In the future, I feel like you guys are going to be in a phase of getting to know each other, and then the wall is going to kind of like crumble down. I don't feel like you're going to be mindful of the person A, because that person is going to be long gone anyway. Okay, so you're going to end up with person B. Okay, so that's your reading if you're dealing with two people. I think that's it for my reading for you guys for the month of May, and I'll see you guys next week for your bi-weekly reading. Bye-bye. I love you.